Good day, friends. I am wearing the very T-shirt that Mary says reminds her of that commercial where the young lady says to the person she's with, "You look very comfortable." And so Mary was not happy that I was wearing this, but I told her that I think everyone will appreciate this T-shirt. It's not half washed, it's just wrinkled. So moving on from there. Before I went to seminary, one of the great blessings in my life was a confirmation class that Pastor Walt Smith asked me to teach when I was a newbie to the things of God. And so I was teaching this class, and a number of those students now have blessed my life as young adults on many occasions. One of the young ladies, Nancy Mowry, that's her maiden name, Nancy posted something that she had seen where it said, "Where once we used to spin the toilet paper roll like the Wheel of Fortune, now we treat it as though we're cracking a safe." So I thought you would appreciate that. On a more serious note, I thought I would share a brief reading from 2 Corinthians chapter 9, where we hear these two verses in a larger context of generosity and blessing. "You will be enriched in every way for your great generosity, which will produce thanksgiving to God through us." So Paul is writing here that if we're generous, then I think we'll be blessed by God to encourage others in remarkable ways, not just specifically with material needs, but maybe with an encouragement in prayer. We have a close-knit neighborhood now. We've kind of become close and concerned with each other over the course of years. And one of the neighbors is a surgical nurse at a local hospital, a large hospital. And as she was coming in a day or so back, we had the opportunity to talk and exchange prayer concerns. And it was a tremendous blessing to me to hear about her work and the way that she's in a life-saving situation. I've heard about other situations like that too from other parishioners. And I think that as we have the opportunity to be generous, maybe with our time or even with our resources, we've said to one another that if we need something, whoever goes out can bring back whatever is needful. If we're generous with our time with one another and whatever resources we have, then God will enrich us in every way. It goes on to say, for the rendering of this ministry not only supplies the needs of the saints, but also overflows with many thanksgivings to God. If we're generous with those around us, then that will overflow with thanksgiving to God. And that's a wonderful thing, I think, that we, in our generosity, will be sowing the seeds of the Lord. And then that chapter ends in verse 15. "Thanks be to God for his indescribable gift." I think that that indescribable gift is almost too difficult to describe, but I think it embraces the relationships that we have with one another, because those are serendipitous and almost indescribable as we have opportunity to bless one another. Have a blessed day in the Lord.